Success is not measured by the size of the animal, nor is it something that can be bought.
It's time to get back to the basics.
It's time for a change.
People have forgotten what deer hunting is about.
It is time.
It's time
for a revolution.
Welcome back to the Revolution. In today's episode, it's time for some close encounters.
Welcome back to the HamBros Outdoors Revolution. We got a great episode coming up for you guys. You know, rut has pretty much come and passed for us, or at least our trip. And, you know, we were plagued this year with standing corn, windy days, subpar weather. You know, anything that could go wrong seemed like it was going wrong. Bows on the wrong side of the tree. Too many deer, couldn't get stood up. Couldn't get the camera on the deer. You know, just absolutely, if it could go wrong, it went wrong. Twigs, you know, deflecting our arrows. So, you know, we got a great episode lined up. Let's go ahead, go right now, hop into the tree with me on my very first hunt of our rut trip, and let's see how it goes.
Alright guys, back in the new set. It's November 2nd. It's cooler than it was yesterday when my brother seen that big buck, so. We seen a few bucks up on their feet on the way in here. So let's see if we can get something done today.
Bert.
Alright, we just had that buck come through. It's about 8:34. I'm not sure what was going on, but see it down the bottom and he was running. And it's on, boys. Let's just say that it is on. That deer was cruising, looking. If I had got an opportunity, I would have shot that deer. It was an absolute giant by any means, but he had a pretty wide rack, and I'd have been happy taking him. But that's the only deer I've seen so far, and man, I'm telling you, man, that's my first buck of the year. He was within bow range. I just didn't have a shot. And then you can tell in the video I stopped him, but wasn't on him good enough, so I could have shot him right there. That's at 20 yards.
Now I want to take the time to show you guys an absolute awesome Ohio buck. Now I apologize ahead of time. I have this picture saved as Nicole Helpman or Hempman. I hope I pronounced your last name right. I apologize. You know, with that said, let's not take away from this awesome buck. Hit with the crossbow here in Ohio. Just an absolute beautiful buck. Congratulations. Keep on keeping on. Hope you have that same success next year. All right, now we're going to hop into a hunt that to me was probably my most successful hunt of the week. Even though it didn't end in a harvesting of the deer, you know, I got to do something that I absolutely love to do during the whitetail rut, and that is call to these deer. And you know, over the last couple years, we've been using a call, two calls actually, the Madison grunt call and the complete deer calling system. And let me just tell you guys, you know, we got video from it last year, and this video getting ready to come up. It works. Absolutely works. I am never going to go into the woods without these two calls. The Madison grunt calls are the most realistic, custom-made grunt calls on the market. The complete deer calling system, you know, it's one of them calls that you guys might look at and be like, you know, that's not popular, you know, whatever. But I'm telling you guys, you got to try it. And he's having a holiday special right now. So if you guys are looking to up your calling game, check them out. And let's go ahead, hop into this hunt. And boys, it was one that got me all shook up. I apologize for the shaky camera. I had to take the camera off the tripod, but absolutely beautiful hunt. And I couldn't have asked for anything better out of these two calls.
Right there is the reason why you got to get a Madison grunt call and the complete deer calling system. That is the proof. You guys don't need any more proof. That is it right there. It works, boys. You combine the grunt call with the complete deer calling system and it works. You call at the time you're supposed to call. Whew. Boys, I'm all shook up. Not the buck that I was looking for, but if it was, he was close enough to shoot. Unfortunately, the video that I got of him, I was shaking like a leaf. My camera wasn't on the tripod. I actually was not even going to come to this spot. Oh man. Madison grunt calls combined with the complete deer calling system. You don't need any more calls. Oh man.
As I was saying earlier, guys, the whitetail rut, it's that time of year that all hunters live for. It's the time of year, it's that time frame where, you know, the hunter gets a hand up or the bar sort of slide in the hunter's favor. And you know, this year for us, you know, we had a lot of encounters. We could have shot bucks every day that we sit there, just not ones that we particularly were wanting to shoot. And we seen a lot of deer. And you know, and we seen some bucks, some good bucks. Just everything that could go wrong went wrong for us, it seemed like, this year. But you know what? Going into this late season, we're just as pumped. We're ready to go, and we cannot wait to bring you guys some future episodes. And with that said, even though that me and Matthew's rut didn't go as planned for us, you know, next week we have an absolutely monster Ohio buck hitting the ground from one of our newest members of HamBros Outdoors, Jeremy Jackson. You guys are not going to want to miss next week's episode, I can guarantee you that. So with that said, guys, that's going to wrap up this episode. Hope you guys had an awesome rut. I hope that you guys are still seeing some bucks out there on their feet. I know we're heading out this weekend. It's going to be cold and the deer are going to die, hopefully. As always, we want to welcome you all to come to our Facebook page, our Twitter page, and our website, www.hambrosoutdoor.webs.com.
So this is where the journey ends, boys, and we're going to end in Highland County. We got a hellacious of a weekend coming, boys, and I'm going to the woods. I'm going to get in the stand, and I'm going to rack some bucks. Let's go. We gotta get out of civilization to get to the deer woods. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna leave old Dayton, Ohio, to go to Highland County, boys. Look at this. Look at this. This is deer season. We don't have time for traffic. We'll see you in the stand.